Welcome back, everyone. In today's video, we are going to discuss mean, median, and mode. The mean, median, and mode are what are called measures of central tendency. They are all ways of finding the middle or the center of a given set of data. First, we're going to look at the mean. The mean is the most common measure of central tendency. It is otherwise also known as the average. To calculate the mean, you take all of the numbers in your set of data and you add them together. Then you take that sum and you divide it by the number of sets of data you have in your set. In other words, however many numbers you have in your set, that's what you divide by to calculate your mean. So let's take a look at a set of data. These are the numbers of touchdowns scored by the top 10 scoring teams in the NFL for the year 2016. We're going to take these 10 numbers and find the mean or the average of those numbers. So to do so, we're going to take those 10 numbers, add them together. When we do that, we get a sum of 495. Then we have 10 numbers in our set, so we take 495 and divide it by 10. That quotient is 49.5, or 49 and a half. So we can say that the average number of touchdowns scored by the top 10 scoring teams in the NFL for the year 2016 is 49 and a half touchdowns. So that is the mean or the average. That is the most common measure of central tendency. Now we are going to look at the median of a set of data. Again, the median is another measure of central tendency. And in this case, the median is literally the piece of data that is in the center of the set. To find the median, you take all of the values in your set and you put them in order from least to greatest, and you identify the number that is in the middle. So again, we're going to take a look at our same set of data, the number of touchdowns scored for the year 2016. As we determined earlier, there are 10 pieces of data, so we want to find the number that's in the center. The easiest way to do that is to start by crossing off the largest number and the smallest number, and continue to do that until you reach the number in the center. What we discover here is that when we get to the center, there is no single number in the center. That's going to occur every time you have an even number of values in your set, because you'll always have, in this case, 5 above and 5 below. So we do not have a single number in the center. That is okay. We can still calculate the median. To do so, you take the two numbers in your set, and then we're going to find the average or the mean of those two numbers. So we're going to take 49 and 48, and we're going to add those two together, and since those are two numbers, we're going to divide them by 2. So the sum of 49 and 48 is 97. And then 97 divided by 2 is 48 and a half, or 48 and 5/10. So the median number of touchdowns scored by the top 10 scoring teams in the NFL for the year 2016 is 48 and a half. You'll notice that's a whole touchdown less than the mean calculated for us. So we can see that the median and the mean, while measures of central tendency, are not always going to give us the exact middle. So now let's take a look at the mode of our set of data. So the last measure of central tendency we'll look at today is the mode. And it is simply the number that occurs most often in your set. Now, oftentimes you'll have a set of data where each number occurs only one time. In that case, we say that there is no mode. And then sometimes you'll have a set of data where you will have 2 or 3 numbers that occur the same number of times. In that case, you can have more than one mode. So now let's take a look at our touchdowns again, and let's calculate the mode for that set of data. So we want to look through the data and we want to identify the number that occurs most often. So 58 occurs once, 55 occurs once, 51 occurs twice. So right now we have 51 occurring most often. 49 and 48 occur only once. But now when we take a look at 46, 46 occurs 3 times, and then 45 occurs only once. So since we have 3 46s in the set of data, so we have 3 teams that scored 46 touchdowns, we would say that the mode of this set of data is 46. It's the number of touchdowns that occurs most often. So we can see we have 3 measures of central tendency. This one set of data gives us 3 different measures. So it would be up to us to look at the data and determine which measure best represents the center, depending upon what it is we are trying to accomplish with the data. More often than not, the mean is generally accepted as the average or the center of the data. But different data sets use other measures depending upon what you're trying to accomplish with the data set. I hope this information helped you as you continue through your math career. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.